God is waiting for you. You keep saying, oh God, I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for a sign. I'm waiting for this. God is waiting for you. God has already spoken to you about what to do. I feel like you don't understand that your prayers, honey, are getting answered, but it requires you to do the work. And sometimes when we say faith without works is dead, a lot of times we just have to understand that you don't know what the work is. You don't know what the work is. God has to instruct you on what the work is, on what work to do. Sometimes we have this deep desire, again, to just have so much money, or this deep desire to manifest a dream job, right? Or a dream career. And we begin starting to work. We will start to work towards that career. Whole time, you just need to lead this person. And God is going to shift everything for you. Whole time, you just need to move out of this city. God has been trying to tell you, leave, 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 leave. You've been seeing this same city or same state pop up. It's been everywhere. God has been giving you signs. Another thing that we have really bad is when God is telling us to do the hard thing and say no. There's somebody you got to say no to. There's somebody you got to say, you're not going to keep doing this to me. You got to stop people pleasing. That sometimes is the works that is dead without the faith. Sometimes we feel like, oh, if I want this dream career, then I need to go put in the work, and I need to work extra hard. If I want this body, I need to do X, Y, Z. Sometimes you don't even understand the people who are holding you back from your life that you desire. There are people holding you back. When God says one thing about you to be true, and there are people around you who are saying things to make you believe that are absolutely lies about yourself, that God is telling you you can do this. God is saying you can do all things through Christ. And somebody else is saying, I don't know if you should start that business. I don't know. You've never started a business before, and you don't even understand how crucial it is to get that person from around you. So the faith that is dead without works is going to start with you removing that person. It's going to start with you moving out the city or the state. It's going to start with you changing your number. It's going to start with you becoming inaccessible. It's going to start with you becoming you. It's going to start with your becoming. But a lot of people do not understand that. And I feel like for this message, I just want to encourage you to do the hard thing. Do the hard thing now. Have an easy life later. Make the hard decisions now so you can have easy, living on easy street later. Everything is going to be easy. But again, you're waiting for a God. You're saying, God, I'm waiting on you. God is like, I'm showing you this person for who they are. I'm showing you. You're waiting on me, and it's your turn. It's almost like a game with God. It's definitely the game of life, but it's back and forth. There's a back and forth thing. And I used to love, at one point in my life, I had this download where God said, we work together, right? Because ideally you want to co-create with God. You do something, I do something. You go, now it's my play. Now it's your play. But a lot of times we expect God to make all the plays. That's not how it goes. When we're co-creating, when we're playing a game, when we're working with God, it requires both of us to kind of put the work in. But I feel like when it comes to the hard stuff, yeah, we're willing to put in the extra hours at work. We're willing to do the overtime. We're willing to do the resumes. We're willing to do all this, but we're not willing to tell that person, I don't want to be friends with you no more, because it's not good for me, because I don't feel safe around you. My emotions are not safe with you. You make me feel less than. Like, we don't want to do that. But we'll do the hard stuff. We'll do the real life hard stuff. We'll go to work and be extra tired just for a check, but we don't want to tell that man, I can't be with you no more. And I think God is shifting everything within us to kind of understand that what they made us believe about working towards our dreams and our desires, a lot of it don't have anything to do with actually working. It has to do with healing. It has to do with removing people. It has to do with shifting your life and sacrificing your old life for your new one. And I feel like God is sending me to say, like, listen, you got to sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice? You think that I'm going to take you where you need to be or where you want to be, and you ain't changed nothing? When you work with God, it is a back and forth. When you make your desire plain and simple, God will show you a sign that he heard you. God will say, I heard you, my child. Okay, here's this. And I feel like because it's not showing up in the form that we like it in, that we let it sit there. Nah, it can't be that. I'm going to ignore the fact that I need to leave this person alone, and I'm going to go over here and start hustling and grinding and putting in work. And God is like, I didn't tell you to do that. I just need you to leave this person. And once you leave that person, now it's my go. Now it's my turn to make a move for you. I promise you. It's just like this game back and forth. But some of us don't like the move that God made. Some of us is looking at that move and we feeling stuck. I don't know if I can. You telling me? Because God gonna tell you how to play the game. Just think about chess. If you've never played chess before and you playing this game of chess with God, God is gonna make a move and God is gonna kind of shift you, kind of tell you, because God loves you. Hey, make this move. Because it's not about both. It's about you winning in the end, right? It's not a competition. It's about you winning in the end. So God is gonna be like, can you make that move over there? I'm trying to hint to you, tell you how to get ahead. And you're gonna just be like, well, I don't know. That's gonna be hard. I don't know if I want to move my queen over there, because it ain't gonna. And God is like, the whole objective of the game is for you to win. God is helping you win, helping you have all the desires of your heart. And again, we say these prayers, be like, God, I'm waiting on you. God, I'm waiting on you. God, I'm going to be a millionaire. God, I'm going to have a great career. God, I'm going to have this. I'm going to have that. I'm going to have a husband, wife, da da da. God is like, okay, but I need you to leave that job. It's not going to make sense. And I think people who've been on the journey for a minute understands, like, that's why you cannot have people around you trying to logically get you to a place of understanding, because God is not logical. It's not going to make any sense at all. You're going to be like, okay, what does leaving this friend has to do with me, like me wanting this desire? Honey, a whole lot. You don't see it. And I think that's what makes us uncomfortable, is that we don't see how God is working in our life. We don't know what God is doing. And it's like a scavenger hunt. When God puts you in the room, you're going to look for your first clue. And when you're going to get it, you're going to read it. And you're going to go to the next clue. When you work a scavenger hunt, you're not going to go straight to, I got my first riddle and I'm going to figure out the whole thing, because that's not how scavenger hunts work. And that's not how working with God works. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to try to understand what God is saying, hear the voice of God. God is shifting me and telling me to do this. I don't know why I got to go here. I don't know why I got to go over here. And I've been shifted to this part of the scavenger hunt, but I know it is not the end. It's not the end. It's just the thing that gets you to the next thing. And if you keep listening and you keep obeying, eventually you will get to the prize. But working with God is like a scavenger hunt. And I feel like when God does that, a lot of us understand the riddle. A lot of us know what it says, but we don't want to make that move. This is your sign to make that move. It may be hard. It's going to break your heart. It's going to hurt you. But to hurt now is better, so that you can be healed later, instead of hurting now and hurting forever. I would rather hurt now and be healed later than hurt forever, because ideally you're still hurting yourself. This is short-term fulfillment. This is you just saying like, okay, I feel good now. There are moments where I feel good with this person, but you don't even understand how detrimental this person is to your mental and emotional and spiritual health, even your physical health. And again, we don't like it, but you got to do it. We don't understand, especially for me. Sometimes it be hard. I don't understand it, but I got to do it. But you got to know, working with God is like a scavenger hunt. You're working with a bunch of riddles, and this riddle is going to take you to one place. You don't read one riddle and get to the prize at the end. That's not how it works. So leaving this person may be a part of the riddle. Quitting that job may be the next part of this riddle that's going to take you to the next point. That's what you got to think about. This is taking me to the next point. Okay, shifting and getting out of the state, getting out of the city that you were raised in or born in. Hey, this is just going to take me to the next point. But guess what? Guess how amazing God is. There's another thing waiting for you. Once you figure this out and once you solve this, there is something else waiting for you on the other end. There is something else waiting for you. But promise you, on a scavenger hunt, baby, you don't even know what you're doing. You don't even know where you're going. All you're doing is trying to understand what this thing says, so that you could go to the next point, and so that you can keep getting to the next point and the next point and the next point, so that you can eventually get to the prize in the end. God wants you to get to the prize in the end. But please understand, there are things that you're not going to understand that you are going to have to do. So this is your sign. God is waiting for you to make that move. Go ahead and make it.